welcome to the first episode of the Blueprint Podcast, brought to you by Will Do It Creates. Holla at Will Do It Creates for pretty much anything you can think of. Shirts, hats, towels, jackets, t-shirts, you name it. Follow them on Instagram at Will Do It Creates. My first guest tonight, Daryll Thorpe.
Yes.
Bryant. Some awesome brothers. Matter of fact, they're the reason why I'm here. So, hey, I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Doug. Sure.
We finally made it.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Some amazing brothers. I want to introduce to y'all. Doug and myself been friends for, God, how long?
That process like
10, 12 years.
6.
Daryll, my big brother from another mother and father.
Yeah.
AKA Baby Suge Knight. I'm gonna get that alone. But what I want to get into tonight is I think these guys have had an awesome life up until this point. They started something new. Matter of fact, 2016 on my birthday.
On your
Let me
birthday.
throw that in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And collectively, we've been doing some great things in the community, and they have definitely pioneered some stuff. I mean, my mind is still blown. I still can't believe it. So I'm gonna jump right into this. Doug, start with you.
Yes, sir.
How did you prepare / plan for the blueprint of your lives and tangle with Ninth Bridge and junior media?
I think for me, man, it got to a point where I wanted to intertwine passion, technology, and just uplifting people. And I had a phone call with Daryll back in 2016, actually, about Ninth Bridge, and we were discussing kind of what we wanted to do. And from that moment, man, we just basically came up with the idea from there, and all that kind of came out of like just us both having a desire to like just uplift other people. And Ninth Bridge became that vehicle, and here we are 5 years later, man, celebrating our anniversary this April. Just looking forward to kind of continue that trend that we started back then. So just want to create something different, something that people weren't accustomed to, but then once they became a part of it, they felt that they had to be a part of it.
Gotcha.
So,
Daryll, same with you. How did you prepare, plan for the blueprint of your lives and taking with Ninth Bridge and junior media?
Well, with Ninth Bridge, prior to that phone call with Doug, man, I was in my truck. I was driving, and I was frustrated, man, because I felt like black men specifically couldn't come together and do nothing.
yeah.
And I was frustrated. I said, why? You know, it's some great individuals, everybody doing their own thing individually, but when we come together, we miss the mark. There's always ego involved, somebody jealous of somebody, and stuff always go haywire. So after I was feeling like that, man, a vision came, and it was like, man, you do it. You put black people together.
Yeah.
You be that. And then I called Doug because me and Doug got this relationship. Like we knew we were supposed to do something years ago, even when we was in our childhood, like more than sports, because we both was, you know, played basketball and I played football. So we actually was on the same basketball team, back in the day.
At Belta?
At Belta, yeah.
Gotcha.
And so we just knew, you know, even hanging out, me and Doug used to go to the game, football game. I forgot, we went to the Cowboys, Bucks. Like we did stuff all the time, but we knew it was something more, another power that a responsibility was put on us. And then Ninth Bridge came in, and it both just shook us to our core.
So when you guys met, basketball game, passing by, what happened?
We were at a church actually.
Yeah.
So funny story. So we both actually moved down from Virginia down to Jacksonville. Same time, we didn't know each other, right? So we moved down there in '98, and we basically met each other there at the youth ministry. And our lives have pretty much been like this up until like the last 5 years, right? We just kind of crossing paths, things like that. But it wasn't until we got with Ninth Bridge where everything kind of synced up. We've been talking pretty much almost every day.
Yeah,
almost
every day.
for like
Every
5
day.
years.
Every day.
Yeah, so like it was kind of like, you know,
Every day,
we had to
yeah.
go through our own life experiences to
Yeah.
actually build something that actually meant something, right? Because we didn't want to build anything and then it crumbles, right? So I think all those experiences that we had,
Even
you know,
only because but even before Ninth Bridge, I even think about it, like it was a point, like you said, we met in '98, but then life, he went to school, you know, I went to school, out of town to play ball, college, we did a thing, went in the military. But then we actually came back to Jacksonville and we didn't know it. And then his wife ended up working while I was working there. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And then I used to work at this facility, and I used to have to take the elderly, drive them to their doctor's appointments and stuff. And I took them to the hospital where he worked at the time, and then we just reconnected.
That's right.
Like that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it was always something. It'll always get us back crossing paths.
Yep.
And from there, man, the vision of bringing men together, because we felt like, man, it's good to be a family man, working, husband, kids, and all that, but we got to have an outlet where we can go and build other brothers up and build each other up and hold ourselves accountable too.
You said the key word was outlet, right? So I meet too many guys that are doing things by themselves, but they need an outlet, right? Like I was somewhere today, and this guy, he's in the finance area or whatever, he said he's thankful he's able to talk to me now because he was talking to his wife about finances, but now he has an outlet, you know what I'm saying? So people are looking for the outlet.
Definitely.
So Night Bridge definitely is that outlet, and everybody that becomes a part of it, they feel relieved, they come to a meeting, and they leave totally different than what they walked in as.
Now y'all got two very distinctive names. I'm a historian, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I love origin.
Okay.
Doug, starting with you. Night Bridge. How did it come to be as far as the name? What's the meaning behind it?
It's super simple, man. So that phone call me and Daryll had, he literally said the word bridge, right? In my mind, I'm already thinking, okay, how can we bring this together, right? So basically,
Tech guy, see the hands moving?
Yeah, exactly. So Jacksonville has 8 bridges.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is be the 9th bridge in the sense that we actually bridge people together, different backgrounds, ethnicities, career paths, things like that. We wanted to be that 9th bridge. And being that we're technology focused, we'll be a digital bridge as well. So that's how the name came about. He literally said the word bridge, and I said, okay, cool, we got it right there.
Got it.
Logo on the shirt.
Yeah, Night Bridge
Logo,
Jacksonville.
Night Bridge.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Daryll, Junior Year Media.
So Junior Year Media is actually our me and Doug's publishing company, digital media company. We publish books. Right here is one of the books. They're acting like Doug's on juniormedia.com. So the name came from, it's funny, right, Doug, with the names and stuff. We both are juniors to our fathers. There's a Douglas Bryant Sr. and there's a Daryll Thorpe Jr. Actually, they both retired Navy too. That's another story. His dad retired Navy, my dad retired Navy. And then we moved here in Jacksonville, Florida, our junior years in high school, which was 1998. And that's what we was a no-brainer already. Like, yeah, man, we met our junior year media. So
just want to take it back a little bit, right? The foundation, how we met, junior year media. There you go. So
Gotcha.
That's where the name came from.
Gotcha. Family man?
Yeah. Family man. Been married going on 16 years this year. 3 kids.
16 years? How old are you, man?
38.
Kids?
Now we're trade for the world, man. 3 kids, 3 wonderful kids, man. Just it's a blessing just to be a black man raised in a healthy family.
Your family impacted by Night Bridge, Junior Year Media?
Definitely. So the community events that we do,
Yeah.
My kids come along with me, and we live in a pretty nice area, up in Nassau County. But for them to come, I know, right?
Yeah.
For them to come back to Jacksonville and actually go into the inner city and give back and be part of our community initiatives, definitely keeps them humble. It shows them that not everybody has it like you have it.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
definitely always want to kind of instill that in my kids is that even though you're blessed in this manner, you have relatives, you have friends, you have people that you don't even know that stay in these areas, these conditions that don't have it as easy as you. So I always want to kind of provide that balance for them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What about you, Daryll?
Yes, I've been married to my beautiful queen for 12 years. We have a beautiful black son, Tyler. He's joining me today in the background, helping out with
When you say queen, we talking singing like Coming to America, Queen, Queen to be.
The queen of my life, my only queen, man. Yeah, man, she definitely was a supporter, especially in those early days because her background is in social services. She's a social worker, and she's always about community and youth and impacting disenfranchised communities and everything. So yes, and just to see my son also, he goes to the community events. He actually been to some of the accountability meetings. So it's like well known. Like even my father, my mother, like it's like throughout our family.
Same
like
here.
they know Night Bridge. My mother-in-law, like everybody knows what we are about, how we started.
Now y'all said something that was very interesting. Getting guys together on one accord, same goals,
Super
same
hard to do, man.
dreams.
That's hard to do.
Super hard.
Yeah.
Man. It wasn't easy in the beginning either.
Yeah, it was.
Had some Moses-like experience.
Man, yeah, we had some experience, man. We like it was sometimes we'll go after the hey man, we having a meeting, it'd be just me and Doug. We'll invite a guy from work or like he said church.
Yeah.
Nobody show up. We will host them and have them in the library. So it was very hard in the beginning. Trying to get let people know that we was here. It's like, hey guys, you could come and talk. We're trying to build each other up, collectively. We support each other and everything. So it was very hard in the beginning, but we stayed at it. We stayed consistent with it. We gave our message with it, and then eventually, it sprung up to where it's at now.
Now I hear both of y'all saying collectively, but let me ask you this: how has Night Bridge and Junior Year Media changed you as an individual?
Man, change me as an individual. I think me really honing in on my purpose, right?
Yeah.
So I think technology, being in technology field is like an intro to who I am, but there's a deeper purpose in that, right? So
Gotcha.
being that I'm in the cybersecurity field, a lot of blacks are in cybersecurity.
Yeah.
So I get asked a lot, hey, how do I get into cybersecurity, right? So I think providing that vehicle through Night Bridge allows me to get back that way. So on an individual level, it's holding me accountable to like get people to where I'm at now. And with me doing that, I've been elevated to all kinds of different platforms. But I think individually for Night Bridge, just a way for me to just give back in a way that I want to, because I don't want to do the traditional, you go to your job and you're doing like, feeding the homeless or like giving out clothes, stuff like that, right? I want to create my own space, my own vehicle to where I can give back in a way that I feel like I'm called to do. And Night Bridge just totally embodies that for sure. Junior media, I should have started a long time ago, bro, because I'm an avid writer, and it took me such a long time just to start writing, man. Because I used to write some dope love letters, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I started way back when I was like in elementary school.
I think we all used to write some good love letters.
so
Go ahead.
I wrote a killer yes and no, man. So, just writing, man. Just junior media, just our creativity is ours, right? So when I write a book, I'm not waiting on any type of publishing company to like review it or approve it, all that kind of stuff, right? Like I write my book, go over with a couple friends, I got my best friend who's an editor, he reads over it, whatever. Me and Daryll read over it, and I can publish it, right? So, and then the fact that I taught myself how to do audiobooks, you know what I'm saying? Like that's super crazy. So
I think audiobooks is not to cut you off. I think audiobooks is definitely how can I say this? The new wave, because life has just become so busy and everybody on the the microwave movement. So
and I gotta give a shameless plug. This book is also
definitely,
audiobook.
definitely,
JuniorYearMedia.com.
Definitely,
this book is
definitely.
And if you're trying to write an audiobook,
definitely. So
just to piggyback on that, man, just the ability to create your own content, right? In the forms of ebook, audiobook, and paperback, and you open that box up, bro, you see something that you wrote down in book form, it's amazing. And the fact that we did that, we didn't wait on nobody, we did that. And like I said, we offer that service, you know what I'm saying? So people want to write books, you give us your manuscript, we'll put it in whatever form you want and get it out to you, distribute for you, all that kind of stuff.
Y'all hear that? One hit a quitter. Don't even have to think about it.
Exactly. No long approval process, go through the normal process of writing the book, editing, things like that.
No Amazon, own your masters.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Own your masters. Very
barcode on the back, the ISBN, you want to own that.
Yeah, you want to
exactly. Exactly. Daryll, how do you feel Night Bridge and Junior Year Media has changed you as an individual?
Man, it's twofold for me. Probably about three years prior to us starting Night Bridge, I was in the process of finding my passion, right? I was actually, I went back to college, got my human service degree, and I found out my passion is for people and to service people. You understand? Like whatever I can do, I want to help, and whatever resource I can implement, I want to help. So finally, when I first found my passion, and then I got the vision to start Night Bridge, it was like, yo, this is it. And then our other partner, Josh Haight, he helped us put it together on the business structure. Now Now we're going into ownership.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? So we transitioned from something that was a community, ideas, and do something community, because we was hosting meetings, but before we was a nonprofit. I have our 501(c). So we was doing the meetings and going to communities prior to that, and then we got with Josh. He helped us format it. It's like, yo, you guys got something here. You can go for your nonprofit establishment and stuff like that, and that was huge. And as we went through the whole nonprofit, we found out what we can do as an organization. We can do a lot more. It was resources available to us that we didn't have before. Junior media, man. I remember that day. I called Doug. I said, bro, we need to, because we always said Night Bridge is so unique. And we never seen nothing like it, right? And we was like, man, we need to, instead of like kind of telling everybody what Night Bridge was about, we was like, man, we need to put it in a book. We put it in a book, man. And that's what we did. But the thing is like, yo, you want to do the book, because we thought about going the Amazon route and everything, but we wanted to own it. So that was the thing. We wanted the ownership. So we was like, yo, we could start our own company. Why not? And since we started our own company last year, January 15th of 2020.
Almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year. We're coming up on our anniversary. Actually, it is our anniversary. January 15th was our anniversary.
That's right.
When it was official. Man, it's been like, man, we on our, fourth book?
Yeah.
We about to publish a fourth one, and we got some other ventures down the line. We can't say right now, but it's been blessing.
Awesome. Again, I keep hearing both of y'all say, when you first started this, the overall aim or goal of it. So that brings me to my next question. Why do you feel your particular blueprint for this field is important, Doug?
Oh man, which one, nonprofit or the for-profit? Either one?
Both. But before you answer that question, I always say, and I tell people, because teaser for you all, I was with these guys the whole way too. So let me say this, I tell people all the time, not everybody survives you as you become.
Yeah.
But in due season, people will celebrate that you became. Focus on become and became. Again, why do you feel your blueprint for this field is important?
Because it gives people, I guess, like an outlet, right? So, so many people work 9 to 5, they kind of are stuck in that rut and think that's all they can do. Me personally, I'm still working full time, but just doing this on the side gives me that creative outlet, right? Because I know one day eventually I want to be paid for my creativity. And that's how I started with junior media, right?
Exactly.
So the things that I have in my head that I'm imprinting on these books and helping other people publish books, that's just a cool way to kind of like, just, help other people get their content out. So this definitely is one way. For the nonprofit side, man, just start something that you believe in and rolling with it, right? So like, I'm a huge believer in like elevating other people and giving back. And Ninth Bridge allows us to do that, you know what I'm saying? So like I told you earlier, like I always want to create my own opportunities, whether it be writing or for a nonprofit, having the way for people to volunteer in a fun way that's not really confined to like these 3 options, right? I have to go downtown, or I have to go to this food bank, this, that, and the other. I want to do something totally different to where you build a holistic person. And that's what Ninth Bridge allows us to do. We build a holistic person. If you want to learn about technology, you can. But also we emphasize the fact of doing community service and being accountable for what you want to do, right? So if you're trying to do a business, or if you're trying to be a better husband, friend, father, whatever, cousin, whatever, we want to hold you accountable in those meetings. And when you lead these meetings month by month, year by year, we want to have a holistic person. So that's kind of what I wanted to, from a blueprint standpoint, what I wanted to build, with Ninth Bridge, build a holistic person. And then junior media, basically just owning your own content, writing your own stuff, publishing your own content, putting it out there.
Yeah.
What about you, Daryll?
Man, just to be honest, even with both of them, man, it's an assignment from God.
Yep.
And I listen to God. And like anybody, if they wanted to deny and see what God has for you, He has for you, right?
Definitely.
And I just wanted to follow the assignment, because God's, when the vision came, God was speaking. It's like, it's people out there just like you and Doug, and they need you guys. You see what I'm saying? They need to come together. They need to be a part of.
I got a story about that too.
Exactly. They need to be a part of something that's bigger than me and Doug. See, this is bigger than me and Doug, man. We changing lives. We got kids looking at us, so it's like it's a responsibility. And we don't with Night Bridge. We don't take that lightly. And like Doug said, man, we want the holistic man. And you keep coming around, getting this, getting that, coming together collectively. We so powerful. We so powerful, man. And that's what's happening within the men that is a part of Night Bridge. And we have allies too that support us on whatever. So from our investment sessions to everything, man, across the board, man, we got full support. But even with junior media, like Doug said, man, it's just about owning and our, like, we content creator. We create our own content, but we want to own our own content. So many people miss out on because they don't understand the ownership or just the structure of like your own content. You understand? Not selling the rights or your rights away for somebody to profit off of. We want to profit off our own content, and that's the message that we give to people who our partners who want to write books and everything and stories. So both of them, man, just assignments from God.
Yeah, and I would piggyback on that too, with something being in God's will, right? So for a period of time in 2019, we stopped doing Night Bridge for like 5 months, right? 5 months doesn't sound like a long time, but for whatever reason, that felt like a long time. So I was approached by one of our members, Keith. Asked about it, and my wife asked about it. So, like Daryll said, it's definitely God ordained to do, right? Because we couldn't stop, right? So we stopped now.
We can't stop.
We can't stop.
I think it's powerful that your wife asked you about it, because for your wife to ask you something pertaining to that, she had to see, one, change in you.
Sure.
Two, she got concerned about your passion not being fed. So that's deep within itself. Go ahead.
No, that was pretty much it, man. Like, it was just kind of like, we got off track for a little bit, but God said, hey, I'm sending 2 people to ask you the same question within that 5 months. Hey, what's going on with my bridge?
And during that 5 months, I was getting it on the other side. It was guys hitting me up. Hey, man, y'all still doing Night Bridge?
Yeah.
So it was like, you can't even run away from them.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wanted to go hide under the covers,
Yeah.
I'll be getting tapped on the shoulder. Hey, don't forget, you got this. You got this over here. You got this over here. Don't. This ain't gonna go nowhere. This is gonna be wet. When y'all get y'all stuff together, whatever y'all going through, it's gonna be right here waiting.
Your gift and your passion. I tell people all the time, man, when you're passionate about something or you got a gift for something, that thing will wake you up before an alarm will wake you up.
Yeah. Yes.
There's been things that I've been wanting to do in life that I would have an alarm set to wake me up, and I was beating the alarm.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you have a real hunger for something, you don't need no reminders.
No.
Your appetite is your reminder.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
So definitely on that.
You know, just the fact that, these ideas came from phone calls, right? But we're changing lives of people.
Yeah.
We have like people who are leaders in the industries, managers, finance,
banking.
Shout out to the videographer Jamar.
Oh, definitely.
Military officer, black military officer, man, who
Mr. Go Gadget.
So much, and I was kind of with there with them when I was in the military with them, whatever. Just seeing him, transpire, become this better, father figure at home, and husband, all that kind of stuff, whatever. It's just amazing to see that us coming back together with Night Bridge, helping people get better at home, man. Like, we just hear so many stories about guys get better at home because of Night Bridge. It's like, you can't stop.
And it's a brotherhood too, because we recently, about a year ago, we felt like it was a transition, because before, when we first started, we was reaching out to people, and some people it wasn't a fit for them, and which is fine. It ain't a fit for everybody. But recently, people been called here. We haven't been reaching out. They've been reaching out to us, and for some reason, every time somebody comes, it seems like it's a perfect match. Every time, like, we engage with them guys. It's like, bro, where you been at, man? You like my lost brother or my cousin. Like, it's like we, you talking to your cousin, you ain't seen at a family reunion in a couple of years.
You said something that was very key, and I learned this early, and me and Doug, we probably had this conversation a million times, but it's so profound. I'm from Georgia, and when grandmother or big mama, whatever you want to call her,
Yeah.
was in the kitchen cooking, grandmother was a little bit different from mama.
Yes,
Mama, she cooked, your behind better be in there eating.
sir. Yes, sir.
Grandma wasn't like that. She cooked the food. Hey, whoever was hungry, you eat.
Yeah.
Whoever wasn't, cool.
Cool.
And when you doing your passion, just like you said, it wasn't a fit for everybody.
Yeah.
Man, put it out there. Whoever hungry, they gonna come to it.
Exactly.
You ain't gotta say, here come the food,
Yeah.
here come the plate. They
And
gonna come to it.
that's what we learned through our transition, man. 2020, even through the COVID, was a huge transition for us. Like God opened up stuff for us that we anything happened with, like during the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
You understand? Because we didn't know, nobody know. You know, the country said stop, and the whole country was on stop for like 4 weeks, but Ninth Bridge kept moving. People kept being intrigued about it. We released the book on time, no hiccups. 2 books. We released 2 books last year, even the audio book, like with no hiccups.
Yeah.
Like so, this assignment that lets you know the will of God and the power of God is
Still gonna happen.
throughout chaos.
Throughout chaos, it's still gonna happen.
You can walk straight through.
And by the way, y'all.
Chaos around, you walking straight through if you stay within the will of God. That's what we learned last year.
And by the way, y'all helped the guy who had COVID-19, who was in the hospital for 7 days in ICU. So y'all took care of me too. So I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
You know, brothers, man.
Which brings me to my next point. Anytime you pursue on something, man, the real test comes when it's not when it's not going your way or you run into obstacles. So my next question to you all, I'll start with you first, Daryl.
Yeah.
What is your biggest failure, and what did you learn from it during the process?
My biggest failure was not staying consistent. And that's with anything in my life, because once you have a passion about something, it never's gonna be easy, right?
Sure.
Nobody said it's gonna be easy. So my issue was, my failures came when it got challenging, and then I just, I didn't have the same hunger. You understand? But learning, staying focused and staying consistent. Hey, just do a little bit, it'll get better. And that was my phase, was just not staying consistent. And that's what I learned over the years, especially in the beginning stages of Ninth Bridge. But that's through everything, man, in my life, was just not staying consistent. If I can stay consistent, I'm gonna see the other side of the rainbow, as they say.
Same thing back to grandma cooking. When you go and eat them sweets first, you eat the healthy stuff that's gonna keep you going.
Yeah.
Doug, same question. What's your biggest failure, and what did you learn from it during the process?
Is this in life or just pertaining to all this right
However
here?
you want to share it. Cool. Because it's going back to that anyway.
Yeah. I think for me, man, I think I got 2, right? So I'm gonna throw out consistency. That's the easy one, right? So just being consistent. But for me,
That's hard to believe coming from him. But go ahead with your story.
accepting myself as a leader.
Okay.
Because I'm a true introvert,
Mhm.
but I would say within the last year, man, I've become more of I wouldn't really say extrovert, man. I think more what they call an ambivert, right? Where I can do both.
Mhm.
But accepting my role as a leader and like really accepting that, man, first we had 10 guys showing up, now we got 20 guys showing up.
Yeah.
And you're listening to what I have to say. Not saying I'm in a position of authority per se, but just like, whatever I'm doing is working as far as my lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
So taking that and realizing that, man, I say this one thing and like, this guy does it. So for example, our meeting last year, we met at Library on Dunn Avenue, right?
I remember that.
And we were going to read the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Yeah. I remember that.
And immediately after the meeting, after I mentioned that, one of the guys went to the library, because we were already there, he went and checked out the book. And it's like, man, like, here I am, I'm trying to live the best life I can, because, I serve God and all that kind of stuff. That's just kind of like my foundation. And people are actually listening to me off my lifestyle, whatever. And that's the best way we can actually show who we are in God, is showing that lifestyle, right? So accepting that, we're not accepting it early on. Now I fully accept the fact that I'm a leader. And I have to live my lifestyle the best way I can to, affect other people. But just, I wish I would have accepted that earlier, right? Because I was kind of like doing stuff and not really trusting myself, trusting my voice, trusting my vision, trusting how I wanted to build this thing out. But ever since I kind of like flipped that, everything's been going like just, chaotic in a good way for both nonprofit and for your media. So
one of the things as a leader, man, your appetite has to and will always be bigger than everybody else's.
Yeah.
But,
I tell people all the time, right? So I
Yeah.
say, I lead accountability group, and what does it look like being average, right? What does it look like,
Exactly.
status quo?
Status
You
quo.
know, because like I had a friend I would call, he's working in the hospital, where he said, man, every time I talk to you, you got something going on. I'm like, that's pretty much how it should be, though. You should,
Yeah.
I think you should grow exponentially, and first in your household, try to become better, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of taking that same energy and put it into your passion, right? For me, junior media, my cybersecurity career, and like Bridge, just growing exponentially. So that way, when I get with somebody the next month or whatever, it's like, man, he really has evolved from that 1 month or whatever. And I thrive on that because like I want to be better for other people. And when I do that, other people get elevated. For example, like I had opportunity to write for a huge security company called RSA. And the first person I thought about was Jamar, right? I was like, hey man, he's in cybersecurity. Let me put my man on real quick to write. And I want to kind of do that same thing through whatever I do, bring people up.
And see, that goes back to the phone call.
Yeah.
Collectively, you understand? It's like he can do what he do and just being selfish because it came to him. But like I said, he want to put his man on.
Yeah.
So boom, he put his man on. Then next thing you know, somebody else get put on.
Yeah.
Now we're a unit. Now we're a force. And that's the whole thing. It's like we can move and force it. And I shout out to all the Night Bridge members, man. From the bottom of my heart, we really appreciate you guys, man, and love you guys, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, man, and even our allies that support us. So it's that brotherhood we building, man, that bond, man. Some good brothers in there.
Yeah, I myself appreciate you guys continuing with the drive and plan. I mean, we just had a meeting the other day, and they had a guy who was 19 years old.
Oh man!
And that I'm texting this guy, hey man, you coming?
I'm still blown, man.
It blew me away.
I'm still blown because he pulled me to the side. I could just see the hunger, and I was like,
yeah,
bro, I wish I was in your position.
19,
At 19.
This dude was
man
19 years old, had slacks and a button up.
Ready to go.
Said, listen, I want to continue, want to grow with you guys. I want to learn how to save my money, stocks. I'm like,
he want to have his own business.
Scooby-Doo eyes, right? My eyes hit the floor.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So with that being said, like I want to throw this out there, man, because seeing the spark in his eye kind of made me think about this. So with Night Bridge, our main initiative this year is to get everybody saving with SmartyPig. SmartyPig.com. It's an online savings account where you set up different goals. Emergency savings, Christmas fund, whatever. Stash that away. Secondly, if you have a legitimate business idea, we want everybody to create an LLC, right? So that's not gonna be for everybody in the group, but we want to kind of legitimize everything, right? So even with that being said, we also want our guys to get invested in the stock market because right now is a huge time to buy.
Oh, yes.
And
so,
if you missed out on 2020, man, it just transitioning over, man. But yeah, get it invested in the stock market.
So that's like our 3 points for this whole year. It's like we definitely want to kind of, like we say, holistic, right? We want this person to come in financially stable, blind in the stock market. And if you got a business idea, make it legitimate, right? LLC. So we're truly trying to build holistic people.
Yeah.
I'm, personally, man, selfish moment. I'm trying to set the tone for the city.
Yeah,
man. I'm trying to set the tone.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah, and that's the dream, man. Like we want this thing. It's not local.
Right.
You understand? Yeah, Night Bridge Jacksonville, we started junior middle. That's what we have. But we not just being local minded with this.
Exactly.
We want this to hit all of the states, all of the urban population, wherever you at.
Yeah.
We want that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a local mentality with this at all.
I got so serious. I got frustrated myself. I was hearing about stocks, real estate, everywhere I went. And I was like, I'm talking about from the time I was 12, 13. I'm like, it's something about this. I don't know it yet, but it's something about this that I need to know.
Yeah.
So long story short, me now, I know it. Stocks and all that stuff. I've learned it, man. I'm so serious about stocks, and I'm telling you, wake up in the morning, say prayers, get some thanks to the man, checking the stock market.
Hey,
exactly.
Checking the stock market. I can't even lie.
And just even to piggyback, because I know people, money and finances is important, especially in the black community. But stocks, man, is a part of generational wealth.
Definitely.
And generational wealth is your little ones.
Exactly.
You understand? Your children's children, your grandkids that's not even born yet. That's about that. So just even with the stock, just think about that. You're in the stock market, you are investing money for your kid to benefit off of. And that's the concept Like if black folks collectively can get that concept, man,
Real, man.
together, bro, we can move mountains. We moving mountains because your kids straight, my kids straight, his kids straight. You understand? They business owner, they flourishing. They don't have to go to the struggles, be in debt, and all those things that we had to go through.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
I'm about to ask this next question, but you kind of already answered it. So I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna answer it for you, and I'm still let you answer. What's one thing you wish?
It's the Blueprint Podcast.
What's one thing you wish you had known at the beginning? When you was 19, we go with start.
Yeah, we can go to 19, man. Man, I wish. I feel like, man, a young black male, man, coming out of school, they need an organization like this. You know, it's a code in the streets to say the OGs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look to your OGs.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be the OGs. You understand? And I wish where I can come in fresh, like my man came in at the meet, 19-year-old,
Definitely.
ready, eager.
Definitely.
You know, and you got to be around that. Like, that's another philosophy of Night Bridge is like-minded.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Egoless.
Egoless. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Egoless, like-minded. We put egos down. We offer the greater good. I want to see my brother win. I want to see my brother flourish, his business flourish.
Mm-hmm.
Because if his business flourish, my business flourish.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If his business flourish, his kids are great. My son is great. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? And then when they the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when we gone and our grandkids and great, man, they benefit off the work we did today. And that's once you get that concept, man, that's out of sight, out of mind. You understand? I tell everybody, I say, man, you know how long everybody stayed at a Hilton hotel. You know how long the original Hilton been there? And how long the Hilton family living off that?
Yeah.
But his name is still in the land.
Yeah.
His name is good.
I'm not that old, but I did get to witness my man that owned Apple. I did get to witness his, you know, this man dead and gone.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. And
Yeah.
his stuff is steady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, and Steve Apple, that's gonna be here forever now. You understand? 100, 200, 300 years from now. You know, just because of that. But
Well,
I wish I would have just had an organization because I you know that I know it's cliche to say the village, you know, raise a children, but it's really true. You understand?
Definitely.
If my mom and my daddy said, hey. He grown, he 18, he 19. My mom said, I can't do nothing with him. I'm gonna throw him a Night Bridge. And somebody like me and Doug like, just bring him. We got him.
Yeah.
We got him. We got him. Don't even worry about him.
Definitely.
I bet you he's gonna be a different person in 6 months, and then in a year he gonna have his own business.
I'm telling you. telling you. So Doug, same question. What was one thing you wish you had known at the beginning?
Man, just I go back to 19 too, because I actually jumped out of college around that time, man. Just stay in the course, man. I wish I would find my passion earlier.
Oh, definitely.
I wish I learned about stocks earlier, but you know,
Definitely.
I'm the generational breaker, right? The generational curse breaker, right?
Yeah.
So I accept that. It comes with challenges, and the fact that I'm willing to embrace that, I'm able to teach my kids now stocks.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, E-Trade has a thing now where you can do custodial accounts where you can open a trade account for a kid and trade money until they get 18 and hand it over to them, right? So I'm looking at that. But then also, if your kid's working, if they're like 15 or whatever, working age, you can start an IRA for them or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Hand it over to them when they're 18. So
definitely.
you know, I'm super thankful that I know this stuff because I could have been in a situation where I still don't know it. I'm repeating generational stuff.
Exactly.
But God found it so for me to, you know, be that generational curse breaker
Yeah.
and give back in such a way through Night Bridge and just in my house in general that people in my family are, you know, benefit from it.
Yeah.
So I wish I would learn that a lot younger. But also, man, just, you know, being consistent and finding my passion early.
Gotcha.
So,
You know, like you said, 19. Me at 19, I was 20 when I moved here. Man, I was always hearing work hard, work hard, work
Yeah,
hard,
me
work
too.
hard,
Yeah,
save your
sure.
money, save your money, save your money,
Yeah.
get an education.
Yeah.
But nobody was really telling you how to make that
Find a
stuff
good
work.
job.
Nobody said,
Yeah.
hey, instead of you submitting resumes, getting a job, how about you get something going and give money a job? Nobody told me that.
Yeah.
So I was taking money and you know, blowing it.
It's
I
coming in and
had to
going
have
out.
it now.
Yeah.
Just as fast as I was getting it, it was going. If it was there and I wanted it, I was getting it. Wasn't thinking about tomorrow or tomorrows. So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, man, just like, getting dividends from stocks. It's money while you sleep.
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning, bro. I got emails from E-Trade 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, you got dividends from Nike. You got dividends from Apple.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping. That's
Sleeping.
what money. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
It's a beautiful thing.
at 40 years old, my conversation, and Daryl can attest, and I was dead serious. I don't know if he knew how serious I was. It's no longer, hey, we going to Chop House. My conversation now, hey, what's on your watch list?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What you buying now?
Or we're not into the joint release dates anymore. Right?
IPO release dates.
Yeah, IPO release dates.
Yeah,
IPO release dates. That's a gem for you. IPO release dates. You know,
Exactly.
And it's just a transition. And now that like he said, we the generation of curse breakers.
Yeah.
Our kids get to go on this ride with us. Other family, the brothers of Ninth Bridge who's not into stocks. Like we love that, man. That's it feels good to me, like to see somebody that didn't know about stocks and investing, and then how their mind shifted, and now that's what they all about now. The Robin Hoods and the E-Trades and all that stuff.
I was so pleased the
That's
other day.
beautiful.
My oldest child, she's 17. She hit me up. Hey, I want to start this Robinhood account. I can't explain.
Oh, man.
I can't explain to you how overly joyed I was.
Yeah,
And
she got her own money now.
Exactly. I said, hey, what you doing this weekend? She says, nothing. She said, I got $95. My friend want to take me to Chili's. She said, but $95 is not a lot of money, so I ain't going.
Yeah.
My youngest, she's she's heavy into Roblox.
Yeah.
Roblox.
She says to me,
Which is going public soon.
Yep. She says to me, Daddy, she says, I listened to what you told me. I say, I'm like, here we go. She talking about Roblox again. I don't want to hear this conversation. But she says, I got the house. I built a 3-story house on Roblox, and I did just like you said. I got the car last. Built the house, got the car last, and I'm like,
wow.
If she taking it serious at that level, just imagine 18, 20. I'm just like, wow. Where was this stuff at when I was that age?
But they looking at us though. You see what I'm saying? They see how passionate and involved we is.
Yeah.
It just gonna runs off, man, and then gonna be on them. Then when they're 18, 28, 38, man, they gonna be wow. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna be light years, and that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to watch that growth right there.
You said something else, brings me to my next question. What were your biggest resources along the way? Junior Media, Ninth Bridge, or just in general?
The biggest resources?
Yeah.
It was the people, man. With the book, with Ninth Bridge, it's just the people, man. It's some I know, black men, we get a bad rap in the media as a whole.
Yeah.
And that's why another reason we want to start a media company. You see this picture right here, man. You see young brothers holding guns or whatever, but this picture, man, is something. That's somebody's son right there, and they got other things going on. It was just a situation. So the resource is the people, man, and knowing that, man, there's some good people out here, some good brothers, some good men out here, man. They just didn't have no outlet to go. With both companies, man, it's been the people. You know what I'm saying? Our supporters, our allies. Like we hear all the time, like, yo, man, y'all doing a good thing. We appreciate it. Even people who's not in Ninth Bridge, they understand what we're doing. Older folks, man, y'all doing a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's been the people, man. They've been the biggest resources on both. It's been the people.
Doug, how about you?
I'm gonna stick to the audience. God definitely giving us the vision, right?
Yeah.
Giving us the vision and the foundation to even get both things going, right? In the midst of a pandemic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gained people in Ninth Bridge in the pandemic, bro. Like,
that's how you know it's God's will.
Yeah, we gained more people through the pandemic, right? Yeah. So definitely that, can't give that up. But also, like he said, man, the people. I mean, without this book, this sweatshirt, you know what I'm saying, the logo, all that kind of stuff, man, it's the people, man. The people are the ones that lifted us up to where we are, man. We're super grateful for them, man. Like,
in tech terms, computer terms.
Yeah.
The handshake. You don't get nothing in life without a relationship.
Yeah.
90% of what you're gonna get in life is through somebody else. Even if God gives it to you, 90% of the time, it's coming through relationship. Man, bread ain't fell from heaven since what, Old Testament?
Well, no, it's funny you said it right, but you said the technology term right. So I gotta bring up something. So, the handshake is a term they're using the networking for. Devices to talk, right?
Yep.
So the handshake, once they acknowledge each other, whatever, you got the network that's providing everything. So handshaking, networking with people, you have to do that, man.
Yeah, I got a degree in network administration hardware, so I had to throw that on. My next question, Daryll. What were the biggest influences that gave you the push to create this platform, 9B JYM?
The biggest influences, one of my personal influence for junior media was Kobe Bryant.
Oh boy.
Kobe's, we had the concept of everything, right? Like I said, God put everything. But then right after Kobe's death, me and Doug's like, yo, bro, we got to go.
Man,
we got to go, man, because there's a saying, man, in the cemetery, it's $1 billion ideas and stuff.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And Kobe, when he retired in 2016 to last year, 2020, the 4 years, man, he did so much. Like, he did not waste no time. From taking his last shot against Utah Jazz, he scored 60 points. I was there that night in my TV watching. So I know. I remember that night like it was. That's my guy. I'm a Lakers fan, and Kobe my guy. In those 4 years, and when he died, it just you had to take a back seat. It's like, yo. And I reflected, but I said, man, Kobe ain't waste no time. So after, like, we had everything, like the concept and everything, but after Kobe's death, man, we pushed it forward. We was like, yo, we got the money. We didn't have, at Kobe's death, we just started the company. We didn't have no books published, no audio books.
11 days before that.
None of that, So we had 11 days prior to Kobe's death, the company was just official.
Yeah.
So his passing, man, we just took off. We got to work. You understand? Because that was Kobe's. Kobe's was about going to work. I know one of his movies he did with Spike Lee was about doing work. So that was that, man. That was Kobe, man, was one of my biggest influences throughout his career and everything. But last year was just crazy, man, and he helped us like spearhead this whole thing. Because even before that, man, even with Ninth Bridge, we had the concept of Mamba mentality, right? That was the thing, Mamba mentality, like, what would Kobe do? And this is before his death, bro. So it was like that Mamba mentality, man, and then, man, he passed, and it shook our core, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man.
It messed me up. I'm not even gonna lie, man.
So, he was one of the biggest influence, man, with both companies.
Doug, who were your biggest influences that gave you the push to create this platform, 9B JYM?
9B, I definitely would say I want to have some cool friends, man. And I felt myself elevating. I met people throughout my years, right? So, like I said, I met Jemire in 2009, been cool ever since. And I wanted to connect people that were like-minded, right? So I think the people that I interacted with, I was like, because I'm a huge observer of people, right?
Yeah.
So I can read through people, understand what they're about. And I was like, hey man, Ninth Bridge, this would be good person, good for a person of my caliber or whatever, or somebody even better, right? To come in and kind of collaborate. So I think people, definitely from Ninth Bridge, I want to have a nice collective, healthy circle of friends.
Gotcha.
Who are doing things and who talk about stuff that matters.
It's crazy how our relationship started. This dude, I didn't even know he was paying that much attention there.
In the back.
It had to be somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30. Me and this dude in a church parking lot going opposite ways. He would say, hey man, let's get together, hang out, yada, yada, yada. And from that point, bro, I can't even lie. It's definitely been a blessing.
Yeah, man.
This dude is my, he is my brain on legs. I can't even lie.
Yeah, man.
So
Appreciate that, man.
definitely, that dude's my brain on legs, like for real.
But to answer your question for junior media, man, like you said, Kobe. Long time ago, I wrote a post saying that I wanted to write for Kobe Inc. at the time, before it was Granny Studios. I wrote that, right? But obviously, God had bigger plans for both of us. And he definitely inspired us to start our own media company. Because like I said, I wanted to write. And I wanted to write on a level that made sense, and that's something that I can control. And I think Kobe's mentality, as far as him, like, you know, having passion beyond what he did on the court, right? Kind of like me, right? Like, you know, I'm in technology, cybersecurity, you know, 9 to 5 or whatever. I have passion beyond that, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people have these jobs, they work, and they're not able to tap into their passion. But you know, with his passing, definitely kind of sparked the flame and say, okay, let me go ahead and get this media company rolling, get his books out. And then also, you know, my sister passed away last year too, right? So watching her go through the stages of death, you know, dealing with colon cancer, and you know, pretty much just watching her just kind of deteriorate. But she never, it's crazy, she never like got mad at God at all.
Never.
Not one time, right? So she still, I remember her coming to my church, bro, with her husband.
I remember.
Joining. She was barely walking. She was struggling to get in there.
I remember vividly.
You know what I'm saying? So if she could do that, you know, so I took that energy and said, you know what, man, you know, looking at death totally different now.
Yeah.
And saying, you know what, I have so much stuff more in me.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and get everything I can out of me.
Yep.
But also to do that, to show my kids that, you know, hey, you guys have plenty of opportunities to do what you need to do. Show my wife the same thing, you know, show that same tenacity and drive, man. So definitely, you know, Kobe for the media side, and then just the people I was hanging around that were doing good things for Ninth Bridge.
Yeah, your sister, I won't spend too long on the topic, but she definitely was a warrior. If I had to be honest, you know, laying up in the hospital with COVID-19 in ICU, you have your moments where you, I don't care what nobody says, you have those moments where you borderline.
Yeah.
I want to fight and I don't want to fight. I want to fight and I don't want to fight. And I remember laying in the bed, I swear it's like borderline, like you at the equator of life. And I'm thinking, God, I don't feel like fighting no more. And the first thing pop up in my mind is your sister. And I swear I felt like God grabbed me by the chin, like, turn your head this way. You remember this story?
Yeah.
You remember seeing her? Dude, you got a week. She had months.
Yeah.
So thinking about her immediately, I was like, you know what, man? I swear on my life, I was laying in that bed. I said, Cedric, it's time to get up. Plain and simple.
And
So
it does that to you, man. I mean,
yeah.
You know, I felt compelled to write. I still have more in me too, right? We have projects coming down that we can't talk about right now. That sounds pretty cool to say, by the way.
Yeah, that is cool, right?
Yeah, that is pretty dope. But nah, man, just realizing, man, that, you know, this is purpose, man. This is time for me to write, and you know, writings will get better. I'm looking at my book, bro. Like that should be done some of it, but hey,
and that's just one.
Yeah.
That's just one that's up here. So when I saw that, that it's exciting just to be a part of stuff that you see on TV, that you thought about, always wonder how groups get together and push each other, and then now you're a part of that.
Exactly. And I came from, and speaking of that, it's like, why not us? We're intelligent, you understand? We have support. We have like-minded brothers around us. Like, why not us? Why we can conquer and do anything we want to, and to put our mind to. And like you said, with your sister passing, it's like you seeing her, man, just go at it. You know, with every fiber in her body.
Yeah.
You know, every fiber in her body, no wasted motion.
She said, man, I swear, I'm trying not to keep going back, but the last 2.5 weeks of her life, I went to see her. And she said something that still hits me in the chest today.
Right.
And I think I had just came from work or something. And man, I swear her eyes, it's like she looked directly through me, and she says, "You still at that job?" But when she said it, I heard it totally different.
I got you.
You interpreted it different.
I know what I heard. She said, and she just like, "You still at that job?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still there." She just kind of like, So yeah, that's a whole other conversation.
That's how it be, man. That's how.
My next question, Doug, I want you to answer this.
Sure.
What is the common myth about your field that you want to debunk? Whether your work, Ninth Bridge, whatever.
I hit you the 3 piece, man.
Give me a biscuit too now.
Yeah. Basically, man, just knowing that we can do it.
Mhm.
Plain and simple, man. Knowing that we can do it. You know, so many people are not given these opportunities. But once you get these opportunities, take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty simple.
Daryl, what is the common myth about your field that you want to debunk?
About my what?
What is the common myth about your field that you want to debunk?
I want the debunk is we can do. It's a cliche, but we can do anything we put our minds to. We can conquer. We had a brother yesterday in a meeting say he wanted to be a millionaire by 30. I really believe that.
I believe you will.
I believe that too.
I believe that too.
So that lets me know, like, yo, if you surrounded by people like that, you can do anything. We can do anything, bro. Like, we can do anything. And I don't take that lightly. Some people might just shoot out. He talking about he want to be a millionaire. Or everybody. No,
I believe he will.
No, exactly.
I
The
seriously
same
believe
thing
that.
with this. I believe when I told him, I said, bro, we writing this book. And we doing it ourselves.
They write my book too. I'm writing it. They publishing it. I'm speaking it into existence now. Desert Harvest.
Exactly.
Desert Harvest coming soon.
Yeah. So we doing it ourselves, man, and that's what I want to debunk. Like, dream big, and you don't have to wait on nobody.
Shoot no. My next question: what makes your blueprint different from others, and what is the overall goal for it?
What makes it different? I see it like a thumbprint, man. Everybody has a unique thumbprint, and I think what we're doing is very unique, but at the same time, it's common and people will get it. And by that, I mean, you know, if you know what your purpose is, you just kind of go after it, right? So that's kind of what this is all about.
Yeah.
But you know, just I don't know, it's just unique.
Gotcha.
Just I guess unique is the best word to use for.
Unique is unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need.
Sarah, what makes your blueprint different from others, and what is the overall goal for it?
My thing is this, man, is when God puts something on you, it's for you.
Oh, definitely.
It's not for the next man or the next woman or this person. It's for you. So with that within itself, it's going to be different. You know, we're not trying to copy. When we came with both companies, man, that's why we know this is our assignment. Is we wasn't modeling this after nobody or organization. Like when they say we got it out the mud, we really got it out the mud, like from the dirt, from the clay. It wasn't nothing like, oh, we want to have a accountability community and technology. Like that didn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? So that what God's have, that's just a message right there, man. It's like God put this on you, and I take it as an assignment, and I'm just standing there with you, brother.
Yeah, God's will, assignment, and unique.
Gotcha.
That's pretty much it.
Fellas, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
On here, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Oh, and these guys, like I said, are definitely the reason why the Blueprint Podcast exists. I never told anybody about this. This is something I held on to my head and my heart for over a year. Never even mentioned it. Shout out to Firm Podcast, Nick Clark and Charles. I was on their podcast, Firm. Next thing I know, I get a phone call. Hey.
Who called you?
Listen, it's still tripping me out, but these guys are definitely the reason why the Blueprint Podcast exists and going forward. So, anything else you guys want to leave with us?
Yeah.
You tell them how to get in contact.
Yeah.
This book.
So you can you want to purchase this book, go to juniormedia.com. But also, all my writers out there, if you think about writing a book, children's book, anything, we can help your words come to this. And we also do ebooks. We have our own there. All the information is on juniormedia.com, and we have social media pages.
Definitely. So if you want to check us out on Instagram with Junior Media, Facebook, you can check us out on Bridge Jacksonville, as well as on IG as well, Bridge Jacks. Check us out there. We post pretty regularly, so check it out. Like you said, if you're trying to write a book, we want to do an audio book, ebook, we got you. Just hit us up on juniormedia.com.
Own your masters.
Yes.
Own your masters.
Again, hey man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Likewise.
Definitely.
Yeah.